Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. I'm unable to chat. Why? I'm unable to chat. Good evening. Hi. Hi. Also. Good evening. And we are doing that. Hi. Hi. Also. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, Sujan. Yeah. Hi. Ashish. Why? Hi. Ashish. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Sanjana. Hello. Hello, Rishita. Akshat. Hello. Yeah. Hello, Sanjana. Hello. Hello, Rishita. Akshat. Yeah. Hi. Good evening. Let's wait for 15 minutes. Then we will start with the session. And you guys can share the links to your friends as well, so that they can join as well from their end. So we have the like maximum audience in our session. So good evening. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Mesh, Diwan. Voice is now clear. Now my voice is clear. Yes, JavaScript should be explained. Right. We are going with the basics of JavaScript, and after that, how we plan with a framework called ReactJS. That is not a framework, that is actually a library. So after that, yes, the HTML, CSS parts are done, along with the like, I have talked to the Sai as well. So the JavaScript parts are also. done that class. Husna, you are unable to message. Was not given the attendance. In that case, the team will forward you the attendance if you have any like glitch or something. 2 days class. Even I was not okay. Now also voice not clear. Now now it's clear or it's breaking again. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yes, we will explain the JavaScript and the CSS alongside. Voice is getting stuck. Start the session. Okay, just give me a sec. Then we will start. Not good visuals. I think there might be some technical glitch from your side, Pranjal. Now the visuals is clear or something. Video is lagging. Why it is lagging? Don't know. The video is stopped. Not clear video and audio. Now it's clear. Perfect. Now I'm audible. Okay. The video is lagging. Still it's lagging. Okay, we will proceed now. So, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is something that that is a scripted language. Let's say I have this. First, we can open our VS Studio Code, and after that, we see like what is JavaScript now. JavaScript is something that is in a like scripted manner. Our code and all the browsers support JavaScript in such a way that to render the HTML and to render the CSS and to make the functionalities of your website, your web applications clear to you guys, and like that's making sense, because if we are clicking a button, JavaScript will handle an event on it in the form of a scripted code that runs automatically when you click or when you hit a button or something. So that is a kind of thing that we are delivering with the help of JavaScript. So in this lecture, we come to the JavaScript basics, and after that we start with like all the stuff that we want to develop, how we can use the JavaScript libraries to. Video is lagging. Throw in a glitch. Just wait for some time. Just wait a second, guys. Video is not clear. Yes, it's a glitch, I guess. Glitch in a video. Clear it soon. Just a second. Let me sort that out. Now it's clear, guys. Hi all. Now the video is clear or it's still lagging? Yeah, perfect. Actually, there is some network issue there, so that's why the glitch. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Now we start with the basics of JavaScript. What JavaScript will do? JavaScript is a scripting language that is used for enabling the functionality of your website, like enabling the things, enabling your events, enabling your buttons, running your servers, running your scripts, running the data done, storing the data, and all the stuff. So in that case, the JavaScript, we are going forward with the ReactJS framework of the JavaScript. That is a framework, or it's also a library that contains the most of the parts like the client events, the your paginations and all. With the help of React, you can deliver the things like a single landing page website kind of a sort, or multi-page website with the help of like React browser domes and all the stuff that you can deliver. And there is a like particular JavaScript for that, for creating the landing pages. What we are going, let me open my, create a folder inside that, inside my D drive, with the name Dexterity. And if you have the VS Code installed, if you right click and show more options and go open with code, the coding screen will open. And inside that, you guys know the basics of what. Just a second, I guess. Yeah, perfect. Let me slide it. So with that, I'm creating the thing. I'm creating a simple index.js file. No, so index.html, and inside that, if I put a exclamation mark, my basic HTML boilerplate will come in that case. And we are developing a landing page kind of a thing. So we save that, and I have a server. I have extension installed in my Visual Studio code, that is live server. And if you click go live, it will open your web page. See, the title is coming with the landing page. And inside my body, whatever I write, let's say I write h1 with heading 1. And once I save, I don't have to reload the page, and my things are getting delivered without any refresh or without any reload. Okay, so video is taking some time. Now it's clear. So what the scenario is, we are planning to develop a landing page kind of a thing with the help of only JS and getting the IDs. You can do that with the ID attribute of the HTML. So let's say I develop a basic unordered list with some li. And in my li tags, I am using this, like home. I have the about, and the, let's say, my services. Let's say I spelled it wrong. Let's say contact. I have these four parts, and I have defined four divs. Now div is a container tag, as you guys all know. Just a second. Let me resize that. Now it's perfect. Now see, I am, yes, the attendance link will be shared in midways of the lecture. So please be attentive. So if you have all the attendance cleared, then only you guys will get the certificates and all the stuff from our side. Now I am defining a div. Inside my div, I have done with h1. For that, I am home section, and let's add some paragraph to it. Low color background and bold color code text. Okay, now the for the home section I'm using the random paragraphs, and once I save, so let's move further. Copy that div and paste it like 4 times. Second is my about section, and third one is my which the services part, and the fourth one is my what the contact part. Now it's clear. I think there is glitch again. So once I save it and I go to the sections, I have these 4 sections. Now there is a href attribute inside that. If I define its id to home, and this h1 id is about, okay, if we miss 1 day of attendance boot camp, do we have a certificate? Mm, yes. Let the team will inform you for that. If you have guys missed the first session, then you will be eligible for the certificate or not. H1 and set its ID to services, and the last one is I'm setting with the help of JavaScript. I am able to find these ID with the property document.getElementById by ID that I will show you after this landing page uh, concept is done. Okay, contact. So you guys, the sir have told you that there is an anchor tag for getting the getting all the stuffs of linking the doing the internal linkings of your web page and all the parts. So inside that anchor tag, I am adding this, and inside that href attribute, what I'm doing is I am calling the home with the id of the home. So for calling the id, I have to use hash over there and the id name. Let's do the same thing for all these. Let's copy it, and this is for about, this is for services, and this is for increase the text. This is the standard size, guys. This is not increased as of now. About, you have to change that. The naming conventions of id can be small or whatever you define. It's it's all based on you. Okay. Now the home and the services, and my last is what? My last is contact. Now in the home, I have about. Inside that services, I have the services part, and inside that contact, I have the contact part. Now once I save it and go to my page, once I click on the home, see, I am redirected to home. Once I click on about, I will go to the hash about section. As it's not a long page, so you are not getting the redirections done. So if I add the multiple p tags there with the same lorem and all, now see, if I put multiple paragraphs and set any of the id to, let's remove the id from contact section and set the id to here, the second one. Once I click on that contact, I will be redirecting to the lower side, as you see. So now the thing is, we are planning to get the id, get the elements with the help of id. So before the body tag, for adding your JavaScript, there is a script tag there for adding your script. So code is not clear. You have to zoom that out. So inside that script, we can define a constant or something and set a alert or change the color first, document dot query. Now I'm not defining a function. I'm calling that constant directly, and there is a property of, I'm changing the content inner html. Inner html is a property. Now what this script, this is a constant that we have to define in JavaScript. By creating a constant, we can call our JavaScript, and I have created a contact constant, and with the document dot get element by id, I'm fetching the id with the contact and setting its inner html to, let's say, full stack. Okay. Now on clicking of a button, I wanted to do the same. So for that, we have to make sure that a button is clicked. So if I click on a button, I will add a button, not here. Now there, after my p tag, I will define a button with the id, button with the on click attribute. On clicking of that button, what I can do is I am setting a alert or something. On click, I wanted the on click function, I wanted to call the window dot alert, and inside that alert I have wanted to return data. This button has something, let's say, let's give it a name, button. And once I click on that button, it is showing me a alert data. Whatever I defined in the window.alert, that is a basic JavaScript for getting the alerts done. Now, if I wanted to log the things out, on clicking on that, I don't want to set the alert. I wanted to console the logs. Console dot log. There is a typing mistake. Console dot log. I wanted to return something. Let's return a array. Whatever I write, and for checking that, we have to inspect and go to the console. And once I click on that button, it is showing me a message, return an array. So by with the help of this, you can return error or something by debugging your things, or if you wanted to set the things out inside the console. So in that case, you can set the button on click property to console.log, and same with the windows.alert. Now comes to the React.js part. What we how we are planning to integrate the JS, because the advanced JS is something that is a little bit complex in some scenarios when we are writing the core JavaScript. But the JavaScript core functionality is handled by many frameworks that we are using. For in this session, we I am using the React framework. There are many frameworks like React, Angular, Vue, or anything. So with the help of that, you can select your framework and all the things. In this session, I am working with the React framework. So let's close this out. Let's close this as well as my server. So for that, I have to open a new terminal and do the same thing again. I have this folder. Inside that, you can do that with any folder. Inside that, I'm creating a folder with the name of React. I'm using the React JS library for setting the components, for creating the landing page kind of a thing. So inside that React, I will open my CMD, and for creating a React project, guys have the Node.js and all the stuff installed. I'm not showing the installations part as of now, but the environmental variables and all the Node.js, and because React is very popular, and the popular scripting language and the library that has many dependencies, we can integrate the React with many of the frameworks. Like for the backend technologies as well, we can integrate the React. The Angular is not as much as like the popular as you guys. So I am using the React because it's because in the React framework there is something like the virtual ROM or the virtual memory. So it doesn't goes with the like production. Our all the things goes inside a virtual memory, and that saves the space. Or uh, you have the like better clarity of the things when you are doing it practical, which framework is best for you. Because after understanding and after doing the things, the some guys opt for the React, some guys opt for the Angular, some guys opt for the Vue. That purely depends on your understanding and how you plan to go forward with the things. So for the React, there is a command for creating the application, the npx create React app, and your the project name. My project name is, let's say, Dexterity React. And once I hit enter, the all the dependencies of my React code will get installed. It creates a project with something like this. If now there is a naming convention there, I this will return an error if you put your starting of the project, the name of the project in the caps. So for that, we have used this, the small. This is a naming convention. If you guys start the first letter of your project name with the caps, it will throw an error because the name can no longer contain the capital letters by when we are creating the react when we are creating a react project. As you see guys, it is creating a new react application in my drive. What the folder is react dexterity react, and it will also install the necessary components and all the packages what we need. So inside that there is a like component react. The react and react dom is essential for your javascript to work because it's the main components that are importing. Yeah, you can take the things from the team. They will provide it to you, Karthik. They will provide you with the like all the details that you want. So you have to contact the team for the same. Now it is taking some time to load the files. Now till that, we'll see what React is. Now React is something that is referred to a front-end JavaScript framework, or it is a JavaScript library that is created by Facebook. Okay. Now in React there is like reusable UI components. I will show you example. I have this website. Uh, let's say I have this website, the official documentation of the Bootstrap. Okay. So this has a nav bar and a hero section, and inside that hero section, there are some like parts and cards and all. So with the help of React, if you are developing that same with the React, you can use the same component over and over again. You don't have to copy your HTML again and again for the multiple pages, for the multiple components, and you can use the same component over and over again with the help of React reusable components. You firstly create a component, align its properties, and then you can use the same components again and again without writing any code. You have to reuse that component, and you can change the properties of that component by let's say I have make a cards something like this, and I have to use it two times, one with the rectangle and one with the square. So you use the same component but with the different properties. I set its shape to rectangle and I set its shape to square. So in that case, you can use a single component. You can use the single component again and again with the help of these things, with the help of React, because React is something that doesn't take any load or something that the all the things are done in that case. So the React framework is somewhat heavy for install. The first time installations is getting a bit longer. Once the installations is done and once you start with your servers, then again if you start that, then it doesn't take as much time that it is going as of now. Now, how React works? React creates a virtual DOM. Virtual DOM is something, a virtual memory that stores our components, that stores our CSS, assets, and JS and all the stuff. Now, instead of manipulating the browsers directly in HTML, what we are doing, we are manipulating the browser to set the to handle our React, to handle our JavaScript directly in its local storage. But with the help of React, there is a virtual memory that is created in the DOM, in the React DOM, and we don't have to access it from the browser. The React framework will take it from the virtual memory and then returns the same things, returns our HTML, CSS, what we are going to plan and what we are going to execute. Now see, it is installing a template, and after it's installed the template dependencies, it also removes that dependencies because it doesn't take any load to load the things. Now see, it is removing the template package using the npm. Now npm is the like package manager for the node. For Node.js, the React comes with the bundle of Node.js. If you have the Node.js installs, then only you will be able to go with the Angular, React, Vue, or all the frameworks of the React. If you have the Node.js installed in your system, along with the npm. Now npm is something that runs your packages, runs your installations, starting your servers, and all the stuff is done with the Node package manager that is for npm. Now see, my project is created at Dexterity React, and if I open that in code, let me open that. Yeah, perfect. Now see, I'm closing this now. There is a there are two methods of starting your servers. How I am able to see that all the things are working fine for me. So if you are on the same command prompt inside which you have created your React, so you have to go inside your React project with by typing cd. Cd is for getting inside the project. Dex, the project name is Dexterity React. Now see, I am inside my project. Now for starting my server, there is a command npm start. Once I hit enter, the all the dependencies and all the things will compile. It is taking 2 minutes for starting the servers for the npm. Now see, the React scripts are also starting. Yeah, we can plan that thing accordingly if the project is completed or something. Now if you guys wanted to import the things of the React, let's wait for some time till my server is starting. It depends on your memory as well. Now see, there are many folders there. Okay, now the node modules is the folder which Reacts install or the npm install when you create a project. Yeah, the attendance form will be shared soon. In the node modules, there are many packages. Like the numerous packages are installed with the single commands of the React. Okay, now inside the public folder, now see, my server is starting at localhost 3000. 3000 is my port number. We can change that thing as well by calling the npm start with hyphen port and the port numbers. So we can change that thing as well. Now see, it is compiling the dependencies and starting the development server. Once it is started, it is open. Now see, the public HTML contains our all the assets like the main index.html, the favicon, and the logos. Now see, these are these are the logos that come by default of our framework actually. This manifest.json file is something that stores our like what's the background color, stores our CSS in a JSON format, like the source is what are the sizes, what are the start URL, theme color, and background color and all. So inside the JSON, they because React uses the JSON format too for the styling, and if we wanted to style the components, there is a now the robots.txt file is something that contains our all the dependencies and all our virtual memories, what we are planning to go and all the stuff. Now there is a folder called source. Source is our main folder. Understood? Now see, my React server is started. And if you have properly installed the project and Node.js and all the dependencies are properly installed in your system, so this is something like the doing the things in the app. If you wanted to getting the changes done inside that, so for that you have to go to your app.js. App.js is your main file, but for getting the things done we have to use the index.js. It is rendering the React strict mode the app. If we change that, it will change all the contents. Let's see, I am changing that to React world, and once I click save, the changes are automatically shown. The React also, in the JavaScript I am running the servers with the extension of the live server, but in the React I don't have to like code the I don't have to manually start the servers. I only start the server once and all the changes are getting reflected again. Once I save, the changes are reflected back. Now the thing is, we how we can change the contents with the index.html. Now if you guys wanted to use the React in your HTML, so with the help of that thing, you have to import the where I should add. I will add a new file. Let's say home.html, and I will delete that. No worries. So what they are doing now, see, they have added three scripts. These three scripts are important if you are using the React if you wanted to use the React in your HTML. So this first script is something that has these scripts are the CDNs, like the live JS, the live. We don't have the things in our inside our folders. We are using the CDNs for that. First CDN is our React development.js, and our second CDN is JSON is something that is an array. JSON is a like kind of an array that will return a JS or something in a different way. With the help of arrays, you can the all the APIs are come inside a JSON format. There is object and a value, object and a value. That is JSON. Now for the second thing is our second CDN is the React DOM. Whatever we used inside here. See, the React and React DOM are essential. The React is done and the React DOM is done. Now the third one is the babel.min.js. The babel is for the scripting, for styling the things. Now what they are doing, they have defined the ID with the name mydiv, and inside that script they have typed text slash babel, and they have defined a basic function and written a simple HTML inside that h1, the hello world. And after that they have defined a constant container. This is the for React. Now see, team, these guys are waiting. Please share the forms to them. Yeah. So now the app.js is something how we are rendering the React. We are rendering the React with the help of reusable components. The reusable components are something that are defined with a function, and inside that function we are returning our HTML. Okay, and inside that after that function we have defined a constant container, and we are getting the element with the ID. We are getting that div with the ID, and we have defined a constant root, and inside that we are creating a root function that I will tell you. Now see, React uses the ES6 framework. Now ES6 is something that is ESMA script. That is the standardized JavaScript that is published in 2015. Okay, so React uses the ES6, and you are the familiar with some of the features like classes, arrow functions, variables. So inside that we can, inside the React, there is pure JavaScript that we are using to render our HTML by creating the UI components and getting the things done. Okay, now there is a render method, whatever I told you, the create root component. Now there is a function with the create root that takes a one argument as an HTML document. Now what these things, how these things are going, they have defined a constant root, and with the help of React DOM, that is here. Now forget this, I will render that hello inside my index.js. I remove that first. Just a sec. Why it's throwing an error? Oh, see, I don't want to. I wanted to return a h1 tag directly. Hello world. See, my changes are reflected. I'm not waiting on the screen. I think the screen is stuck. So now, if I wanted to add, now how we are defining the things. This app we are not using. See, we are not using that app. And if we remove that thing as well, and the web vitals, this is the basic, this is the basic thing that we can render, and we can define a constant or a function kind of a thing and render that. Now inside my index.html there is a div with id root. Now if I wanted to make a div with id, let's say table. Okay, I use the same thing again. Now in the root.render, what they have done, now I am defining a constant table, and in the React DOM, I'm creating a root component from it, and setting the things document dot, I'm getting the element by the ID, and my ID is what? My ID is table. Okay, now I am rendering that table dot with the help of render function, and inside that I am rendering my HTML, my table tag. So for using multiple tags, we have to use something like this, these black backslash and all. And after that, I will define a table. Let me save that. And inside the table, there is a tag table row, that is tr, and inside that I am defining a th, the table heading. Let's say company. The other one is contact. And the third one is, let's say, phone. This is my heading, and now I defined another table row with the td tag. Td tag is something. Td is for our definitions. So the td is something that you can define it inside TD, whatever you define it, like the company one, whatever data, that is a cell, right? The contact. For using the multiple tags inside that, I have rendered the single tag, but for using the multiple tags you have to use something like this and this closing, the empty tag. This is a kind of empty tag that has a closing and a opening. So now I am copying that and saving that. Now see, my table is also getting reflected. So in the same way, we plan the things in React. And if I wanted to start the server's attendance taken, yeah. So this all for today, and we can wrap the session. So by using this, we will continue tomorrow and complete the basics of React. And after that, we start with the Laravel framework. That is what called the for the full stack. And inside the Laravel, I will explain you guys the all the authentications and like all the basic stuffs that is needed. Yeah, you can go through the attendance form. Yes, the attendance link is shared and it's pinned as well. Yeah. So you guys can you guys can continue further with the things in the tomorrow session. We will continue the same things, and you if you want guys connected with me, the you can share you can take my LinkedIn and like all the stuff. And if you want any guidance from me and if you want any support from me, then I'm here to help you out, guys. What's your ID? My ID is okay. Yeah, sure. So shall we are so if all the guys has filled out the attendance form, you can go through the LinkedIn as well of our company and all the stuff, and you can go through the like recordings as well. The session is recorded as well, so you can watch it as well for the same. And tomorrow we complete the basics of the React, and after we start with the Laravel one. Like Laravel is a full stack framework for developing the things out and getting the authentications done within minutes. We can make the things without any complex coding. My name is Kunal Vashisht, as you guys have in the banner as well. You will find me on LinkedIn. No, I'm not struggling actually, because there is some network issue. So that's the scenario of somewhat. But with the help of UI components and all the stuff, if you guys want to like develop a separate project for the same, we can plan the things out in the upcoming sessions for a particular React project or for a particular Laravel backend project or something. We can plan that out in the like coming live boot camps and all. Yeah, thank you all for joining. Yeah, and if you find it useful and if you wanted to like do the particular project in the React, you can you can tell the team that to plan the things out for for the further development and all the stuff. So you can guys stay updated with our YouTube channels and all by subscribing it, and through the you can find us on the Instagram as well, in the LinkedIn as well. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you all for joining the session and making it fruitful and supporting us. Yes, we will tell you in the upcoming sessions or the boot camps. Team, can you share me the link? Share me my LinkedIn profile here with the guys. Yeah, the team will share you. Naga, the you can contact to the team, and if you search on the LinkedIn, and you can find me on Google as well. If you search my name, the what the with the correct spell that is in the banner, so you can find me as well on Google as well. If you search my name, you will find me on the top of the ranks, and you can connect me from there. Yeah, so we'll get notes. Notes we will confirm, the team will confirm you when you are getting the things done from their side. It's team, can you please ping the attendance link again? I think some guys have missed the attendance. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. And if you have any like the queries, we can resolve that by tomorrow and get the thing sorted. And after that, we will start with the Laravel one. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a great day.